母親に似て心の優しい君なのに。だが今日で最後だ。もう。
チャンネル登録していい。
Card Kaizoku.
This video is brought to you by Nengarden. To celebrate their 1-year anniversary, they're thanking fans with a huge sale. Nearly everything is $30 or less. Plus, you can use code CARDKaizoku at checkout for an extra 5% off your order. This video is brought to you by Adakai TCG. Shop the latest in premium holographic textured custom One Piece cards. Designed for collectors, crafted to stand out. Use code CARDKaizoku for 15% off your next order. This video is sponsored by Gungam.gg. See Western OP11 list and Eastern OP12 list on Gungam.gg. Updated daily. Be the first to see decks for new leaders as they emerge. With over 1,000 deck lists per set, Gumgum.gg has all the top strategies as soon as they drop. This video is sponsored by Card Market, Europe's largest online marketplace for trading card games. Alright, we're going to be live reacting, kind of casting the Japan Season 1 Finals, 2025 to 2026 season, I believe it is the year for it. But yeah, here is the breakdown for the finals here, right? This is comprised of all the people who have qualified for finals. So the breakdown is as follows: a 31.4% to Blue Purple Luffy. No one is surprised. It's the most represented deck. Surprisingly, 23% right after that is Green Purple. So Green Purple Luffy making a bit of a resurgence. I think he kind of fell off a little bit in OP12 in favor of Zoro, which is up at third here, Green Zoro, but has since catapulted back into popularity, right? 23%. And then, yeah, of course, Green Zoro, and then Teach after that, followed by Smoker. Now, I do believe this is PRB02 format, so I was expecting more Smoker. Smoker got quite a big buff from PRB02, but it's still the third most represented deck, tied with Teach. Teach also got a really, really nice card in PRB02. We'll go over that later. We'll probably see it in the matches if any of them make it to the top 16. Then we have Rayleigh up next after that, and then Bonnie, which got buffed from both the starter deck and PRB02, and then Betty is still hanging on here. Claim to fame being good into these two decks here in particular. And then 14.7% is made up of rando decks like Red Zoro. So he's still a thing. Green Yellow Law. There's Lucci here still hanging on. And then Zoro and Sanji. And then Blue Purple Sanji. I put two J's. He's Sanjija. Yellow Kid. Blue Yellow Nami. And what's this? Purple Katakuri, who did get a small buff due to the pudding, right? This pudding here, but I don't know if we're gonna see it in top 16. It would be nice. I think it does help the deck a little bit, but I don't know if it competes with Blue Purple Luffy and stuff like that. So I think we can skip ahead. I think they did go over the top 16 here. Was this 16? No, this is a lot more than 16. Top 32. So our top 32 is 12 Blue Purple Luffys, followed by 5 Green Purple Luffys, followed by 4 Rayleighs, and then 2 Green Yellow Laws made it, even though it was not high in population. They were strong enough to make it to the end here. 1 Teach, 1 Lucci, 2 Luccis, wait, 2 Teach, 2 Teach, and 2 Luccis. Okay, Black's got to have some representation here. 1 Shanks, ooh, interesting. Shanks is not out and dead just yet. 1 Smoker only. Really, really surprising. I was expecting a lot more Smokers here. And then 1 Betty still. Betty's still a very cheap and top meta deck. And then 1 Blue Purple Sanji. Very, very off meta and dark horse here. And then 1 Blue Yellow Nami. Whoa, I didn't expect that. I really am curious to see what their build is. So yeah, that's our top 32 here. I'm guessing there's going to be 5 rounds then, right? 32, 16, 8, 4 finals. Yeah, so I'll have 5 videos for you. They'll probably be up ASAP. So let's see if they already started a match here. They have not, so I guess editor, you know what to do. All right, the top 32 is starting up now. We're going to see a Green Yellow Law up first in our first featured match on stream. This is my first time also recording one of these videos in my new house. So yeah, hopefully I can remember how to do this. So, oh yeah, what I should do is show you what the leader does, because you need cards in English, right? So what he does, downtime's 1, activate main once per turn. If the total cost of your characters is 5 or more on board, this is all your characters added together. You can return one of your characters back to your hand and reveal a card from the top of your life. If that card's a supernova type with the cost of 5 or less, you can play it out. So it just bounces characters back to your hand to play out 5 cost characters from the top of your life. Again, Smoker got a huge buff from PRB02. So what Smoker can do is, on your opponent's turn, all your Navy type or Punk Hazard type characters get plus 1,000 power. Then activate main once per turn. If you have a character with 7,000 power or more, you can set up 2 of your Dawn cards as active. So that combined with the new Mihawk package and a bunch of stuff from OP13 actually, Smoker actually is going to have a nicer time in the future meta than he has in past metas, where he just gets a bunch of extra Dawn to use for the turn, right? You get 2 from your leader, 1 from the 5 cost smoker, this one here. Plus Mihawk gives you 4. Like the freaking new Luffy secret rare gives you a bunch too. Was it like 4 as well? Right, this one here. But this is a PRB02 tournament. Does give you 4 Dawn, yeah. So a lot of extra Dawn to work with. So between these two leaders, Green Yellow Law is super aggressive, but so is Smoker now. Smoker running that new Kobe actually could do really well into Green Yellow Law actually. Because this Kobe KOs a 3k base power character whenever it attacks. So that means that all of your Green Yellow Laws, Bedges, and all their like Kid Killers and stuff easily dealt with by this Kobe. So if this Smoker is running 4 of these Kobes, I do think that the Smoker should be favored based off my personal experience here. So we'll take a look at the starting hands once the camera pans to it. So I'm just a disembodied voice here. I can't control the production. Right. Disembodied voice plus English cards that show up on screen is what these kind of videos are. If you're a new viewer. Okay, so we do see the Smoker's hand here. He does have, this is a 2k counter Zoro that is also a blocker, and then when it gets rested, or when another character gets rested, you can rest this Zoro instead to stop that rest. And this is just a blocker plus draw 2, discard 1 bond. Okay, so they really don't want to stick on the starting hands here for too long, so we'll take a look at the Green Yellow Laws. He has a Searcher, and then the 2k counter that rearranges top life. So this is like the most flexible Green Yellow Law hand you could have. So now that they've spent more time on this hand, I do know that this hand is, I would say, more consistent, right? He'll find his 5 cost Cavendishes, he'll find his 7 cost Laws pretty easily with this. What else did the Smoker have? So he had a Mole Pistol, that's going to also be good. I don't know what that is. But yeah, it looks like the game's going to start. We'll see what the cards do once they show up on board. So no worries, no worries. But hey, give Smoker more representation in the hand airtime, you know? That felt awfully short. So, okay, so Smoker passes with 1 Dawn open, and then the Law plays out a Perona Searcher. Just lets you look for a slash attribute character on play, right? This one here. Ends up picking up a Koshiro blocker. So that's going to protect a lot of the Law's characters from the KO effects from Red Green Smoker. Then plays out a Luffy Searcher. Looks for a Supernova, right? This one here. And then, yeah, all these weenies and searchers on board count for that 5 cost for the Green Yellow Law's leader ability. So that's why they play so many searchers here. And then also passes back to the Red Green Smoker turn, plays his own Perona. Let's see what he's looking for. He could be looking for, yeah, just having the Mihawk guaranteed. Passing over the Kobe. Kobe's not slash, unfortunately, so he can't pick it up. So one of the Kobes is bottom deck. I believe that was the very card on the right that we saw. But what Mihawk does is he's a blocker, and then when you play him out, you can untap 4 Dawn. Plus 2 from your leader, so he's a very cheap card to play out. So 1k answered from the 5k swing from the Red Green Smoker. Passes back to the Law's turn. Now Law should be able to leader ability this turn, but puts down on leader, swing 6. Gets taken here, so that's a 6k there. He just needs 3 more costs, so that 2 cost Bedge, 2k counter that can rearrange life, plus a 1 drop can get him there. Does play the Kid Killer Searcher. He didn't pick up a 5 drop to play yet, so this could be why he's still searching, right? Just from what I remember in his hand. So he does have a Cavendish ready, but also that also gives him the time to play this Bedge. Is Bedge a 1 cost? Oh, he is a 1 cost, my bad. I thought he was 2 cost. But yeah, it's 5 costs on board. Bounces the Bedge back to hand. Plays out that Cavendish that he put in there with his Bedge's effect. Gets 2 Dawn back and plays out a Koshiro with that 2 remaining Dawn and passes. So yeah, that was a pretty insane turn. Right, that's as strong as a turn you can get with the Green Yellow Law getting this guy out ASAP. Because when he attacks or on play, you untap 2 Dawn. And with that 2 extra Dawn, he just plays a blocker that also like prevents KO from your slash attribute characters. And yeah, the slash attribute character he wants to protect is the most important one he has on board. So it's great to just have this out. Because this is the turn that the Smoker can like use Mole Gun if he wants. So he just swings 5 with the leader. And Mole Pistol, Mole Gun is this event card here that just pops a 2k after you give something minus 5k. So counters 1. Very defensive, right? Because each time you lose a life, that's 1 less leader ability activation you can use. So Green Yellow Laws ought to preserve their life if they can. So there's does play out that new Zoro blocker from PRB02. Here's what he does. All right, blocker 2k, and then also prevents a rest effect. Which, is that relevant against Green Yellow Law? I guess not, but it's relevant against the Green Zoro. So it does swing 6 with leader again. That's counter for 2k. See, unfortunately, the Smoker didn't get a 5 drop or a 7k body out. Okay, so he does leader ability and whiffs just to bounce the Searcher back to hand potentially. That's the thing you could do. Okay, so plays out the which Law is that? I forgot. The blocker Law. Okay, this one bounces character back to hand and plays out another character with the cost of 3 or less. So it does play out the Searcher Luffy. Finds another Cavendish, it looked like. Yep. Now Cavendish doesn't work if there's another Cavendish out on field. So he may be thinking that his other Cavendish is gonna die potentially. So does swing 6 with the Cavendish, giving him 2 more Dawn back. And then the Smoker takes that one and it replaces the Perona with a Kid and Killer Searcher. Oh yeah, I didn't show you guys what that card does, right? So it's just a Supernova Searcher, and then at later point in the game when your opponent attacks, you can trash it to set one of your Dawn cards as active in case you're running like a counter event. Does find a 7 Law, which prolongs him, gives him another leader ability activation, and is a 9k attacker out on board himself. Right, this guy here, in case you want to read what he does. Lets you heal and then sets up his leader ability perfectly. Even gives you the Dawn on leader to do it. So Smoker is now at 8 Dawn. We could see the first... Oh, he's at 7. Never mind. Sorry. So it's still no Mihawk. Unfortunate. Could play the Bonnie here. So swing 6 with leader. Dang. Unfortunately, didn't find the Kobe in time. The Kobe would put in a lot of work here. Right? Would get rid of that Koshiro easily. Lickety split. So yeah, just unfortunate for the Smoker. Not getting a good start. This is like one of the worst Smoker starts I've seen. Right? In the 3 turns he's had, he's played Searcher and then a blocker. Essentially. So just blocks with the Koshiro here. He needs board space anyway. And he'll want to keep the Kid and Killer and the Luffy's just to keep bouncing him back to hand to search. From what I can see in his hand, this Bonnie is like his only play that he has. But then it wouldn't even draw him cards, right? You need 8 rested cards. I guess your leader counts, but then you need everything else to be rested too. So you'd have to attack with the Perona or something. And then like, that would give you 7. You need 1 more Dawn somehow. Kinda awkward. Okay, he's attacking with the blocker, which is 6k. It's counted for 2. Mole pistols, okay. So with the Koshiro gone, he can get rid of the Cavendish here, or the blocker Law gets rid of the Cavendish. But yeah, the green yellow Law player predicted this. He picked up a second Cavendish. He has it ready in hand. He can set it up with that 7 cost Law that he has. So just 6k right off the bat at the blocker, kills it. Plays the 7 Law, puts that Cavendish on top of life, puts Dawn on leader. He'll bounce one of the Searchers back to hand, play out the Cavendish, have 2 more Dawn to work with. It's a green yellow Law in a very commanding position here. Sorry, Smoker. I said that you're a favorite to win, and this kind of cursed you, I guess. To have one of the worst starts I've seen. And the 8 at leader is taken. Then plays out the Luffy again. That was bounced back to hand to find yet another card. At this point, I don't think playing a Mihawk will save him. Right? He needed to play a 7-drop on 5. He needed to find a Kobe. Neither of those things happened. He has a bunch of 2Ks in hand. Very defensive. Maybe he can like stall once the Mihawk is out, but the green yellow Law develops like insanely crazy, right? He has a near full board of strong attackers already. So passes over to Smoker. Did he find anything nice? It doesn't look like it. He does have the Law in hand, but he does play the Mihawk out. So this is essentially a 2 Dawn 8k blocker for him, right? He'll get 4 Dawn back. Leader abilities give him 2 more Dawn. Look at that. He still has 7 Dawn for the turn. But yeah, because of the Mihawk's effect, he can't play another character with a cost of 7 or more. But he didn't have any in his hand anyway. We could see the Law come out for 6 and just hope to survive. Okay, so yeah, he has 6 Dawn floating. 6 is countered by... is that a 2k? No. I guess he attacked the blocker and he countered 1k. Played out the Bonnie instead. Ups to go for defense. So lets him draw 2, discard 1. You probably want to discard non-counter, right? He might have to get rid of one of the Mihawks. Does that Law have counter? Maybe he doesn't. He does have counter, but I guess it's too slow at this point, right? Because you need to play him out and then wait a turn to attack with him. So it just gets rid of the Law there. Pass it. Passes with an 8k blocker and a 6k blocker. 2 Dawn up for his Spiderweb. Right, this card here lets you untap a character on counter. So you can block with the Mihawk and then untap it to block a second time. Makes him a 12k blocker for 1 block. I guess they run this over the Paradise Waterfall now. Just because you need a bigger block against Poopable Luffy. Makes sense. Because with the Paradise Waterfall, bringing a Mihawk to 10k, that's still something that the Blue Purple Luffy can attack over. Just for like 1 Dawn attached to a lot of his characters. So it looks like the Green Yellow Law picked up a Dead Man's Game, which is a really great finishing tool. It lets you rest 2 of in any combination of characters or Dawn cards. So if he does use it on one of his Dawn here, like if he not cancel that out, he doesn't have access to the Spiderweb anymore, and then he won't have access to a Mihawk. He'll still have a Bonnie blocker though. But yeah, 10 Dawn and all the world of options in hand to work with here for the Green Yellow Law. So spends 2 Dawn to play out a Zeus. This is a very late game Zeus. Lets him pop a 5-drop on play after you take a life to hand. So it does get rid of the blocker Bonnie. He goes for the Dead Man's Game, resting the Mihawk and one of the Dawn. Right, so no Spider Web available. 1 life. He's got 4 attacks here, potentially. 4 attacks and no defense, just a bunch of 2Ks in hand. So let's see how he swings this. And then 2 more Dawn from this Cavendish too, so 7. Gives him 2 Dawn back. The game could be over here, actually. This could be the game-winning attack string. So counters this for 3. Could see like another 7, yeah, and then it would be like 9-9 or 9-10? 9-10, yeah. So this is going to be another 2-card answer. And then we know he has 1k, this is 0, 0, 0, 2k? Yeah, it's over. He doesn't have enough. He has to use those two. He's only got 1k counter in hand. So 9-10 should do it. No matter what. No matter what he gets from life, unfortunately. See, 9? 9, come on. Don't make me draw the 9. Okay, so draw the 9 and not go for it. Takes it. Is there a trigger that can save him in red or green? Mole pistol, but all the characters are already rested, so it's not going to matter. So kills the Cavendish. On trigger, it just uses the activate main effect. 10 at leader for game. So green yellow law wins game 1, round 1. Despite my red green smoker bias. Just could not find or establish or do anything that a regular red green smoker wants to do. Meanwhile, green yellow law got the nuts. 4 searcher start. Found the Cavendish, found everything they needed. So yeah, that's going to be game 1 for you guys. We'll move on to the top, what's after 32? 16, top 16, which is going to be a video shortly up after this. So if you're watching this, probably wait a couple minutes, it'll probably be up. But if you watch the entire match in real time, it'll definitely be up. So yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Oh wait, let me know if you guys have any feedback too. I would love to hear it to improve. And subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Okay, now bye for real.
Car D Kaizoku.
Da 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 da.